Hello, night traveler. This is Linus, your dreamweaver for magical nights. Snuggle under your blanket and let your imagination flow as we embark on enchanting and magical tales. Tonight, we'll venture into Amlin, a Celtic kingdom where elves and magical creatures live in peace. Young Hilo will embark on an epic journey alongside the mischievous fairy Morgan and a repentant elf to face a dark threat. Between fierce battles against goblins and a test of courage before an ancient dragon, Hilo must find the 3 crystals of light and defeat the evil entity Baylor. Ready to dream? In the depths of ancient Irish forests, where mist dances among centuries-old tree trunks and streams whisper secrets of ancient times, there is a hidden kingdom invisible to human eyes. This kingdom is home to elves and magical creatures who live in perfect harmony, guarding the mysteries and traditions of Celtic culture. Called Amlin, this place is a haven of indescribable beauty, where magic permeates every leaf, every stone, and every water current. Amlin is surrounded by green hills and blooming valleys, where wildflowers blossom in a profusion of vibrant colors. At the heart of this enchanted land stands the majestic tree of Alba, an immense ancient oak whose canopy seems to touch the skies. It is said that Alba is the guardian of ancient wisdom and the meeting point of all magical creatures. In the shadow of Alba, the Great Council takes place, where important decisions are made and legends are told under the starlight. The elves of Amlin are beings of great beauty and grace, with hair that shines like gold under the sun and eyes that reflect the glow of the stars. They live in harmony with nature, caring for the forests and rivers, and have the gift of speaking with animals and plants. Besides the elves, Amlin is inhabited by wise druids, mischievous fairies, and mystical creatures like unicorns and griffins. Magic is present in all aspects of daily life, from the songs they sing to the festivals they celebrate. At the northern edge of the kingdom lies the Lake of Avalon, whose crystal-clear waters are said to have healing powers. Often, under the moonlight, the lake nymphs emerge to dance on the water's surface, their laughter echoing along the shores. The lake is a sacred place where only the pure of heart can bathe and receive its blessings. Along the lake shores blooms the Garden of Ceridwen, a place where the rarest and most powerful plants grow. It is said that Ceridwen, the goddess of wisdom and transformation, blessed the garden with her magic, allowing medicinal herbs and enchanted flowers to grow there. The elves care for the garden with reverence, using its harvests to heal and protect their people. The mountains surrounding Amlin are known as the Brigid Mountains, in honor of the goddess of fire, poetry, and healing. Hidden on their steep slopes is the mysterious Cave of Morgan, where ancient secrets and prophecies are kept. Few dare to enter the cave, as it is believed that Morgan, the goddess of war and sovereignty, guards the place and tests the courage of all who venture into its dark corridors. At the center of Amlin, the city of Ariu stands out with its tall towers and streets paved with shining stones. Ariu is the kingdom's beating heart, where trade flourishes and the arts are celebrated. Skilled artisans create jewelry, weapons, and clothes admired throughout the kingdom. Fairs and festivals are frequently held, filling the city with music, dance, and laughter. In Amlin, magic and nature coexist in perfect balance. The elves and magical creatures respect and care for their environment, understanding that their strength and power come from the land that sustains them. The days are marked by diligent work and joyful celebrations, while the nights are filled with stories and songs that echo through the forests and valleys. In the village of Lyrian, a small elf community located on the outskirts of Alba, lives the young elf Ilanol. With her long silver hair and emerald green eyes, Ilanol is known for her skill with medicinal plants and her generous heart. Daughter of Lyrian's council leader, Eldrin, Ilanol grew up listening to the stories and legends of her people, always dreaming of exploring the kingdom's secrets. Ilanol is a curious and determined elf who often ventures beyond her village's limits to collect rare herbs and meet new creatures. Her best friend is Morgan, a mischievous fairy with shimmering wings who likes to play pranks on the unsuspecting but has a heart of gold. Together, they share dreams and adventures, exploring Amlin's most secret corners. Eldrin, Ilanol's father, is a wise and respected leader whose presence commands respect and admiration. With his long gray hair and deep eyes, he is the embodiment of wisdom and strength. Eldrin governs Lyrien with justice, always seeking the well-being of his people and harmony with nature. He is a master of ancient arts and possesses vast knowledge of Celtic traditions, proudly passing this wisdom on to his daughter. Besides Eldrin, another prominent figure in Lyrien is Branwen, a powerful and knowledgeable druid. Branwen is a mysterious figure, surrounded by an aura of mysticism. Her hair, black as night, contrasts with her pale skin, and her blue eyes seem to see beyond the veil of reality. She is the keeper of ancient secrets and often serves as Eldrin's advisor. Despite her youth, Eilil has already shown great talent in healing and protecting her people. She spends her days collecting herbs in Ceridwen's garden and preparing potions and remedies in her small laboratory. Her dedication to healing is driven by love for her people and the desire to follow in her mother's footsteps, who was a great healer before passing away. Morrigan, on the other hand, is a fairy full of energy and joy. Her translucent wings shine with rainbow colors when the light hits them, and her laughter sounds like tinkling bells. Despite her mischievous nature, Morrigan is loyal and brave, always ready to help Eilil on her adventures. She has a special ability to communicate with animals, often bringing messages and warnings from the forest's inhabitants. On a full moon night, while the Great Council gathers under the Tree of Alba, an ancient prophecy is revealed. According to the prophecy, a great evil will awaken in the heart of Anwen, threatening to destroy the kingdom's harmony and peace. Only a pure and courageous heart can face this darkness and restore balance. The words echo in the air, leaving a reverent silence. Eilil feels a deep calling in her heart, as if Alba herself is whispering her name. Determined to protect her home and her people, Eilil decides to embark on a journey to find the source of the evil and destroy it. She bids farewell to her father, Eldrin, and her friends, promising to return with salvation for Anwen. Morrigan, her faithful companion, insists on accompanying her, offering her magical abilities and mischievous spirit for the mission. Together, they set off into the unknown, with courage and hope guiding their steps. Before leaving, Eilil visits Ceridwen's garden one last time. She collects herbs and prepares potions that might be useful on her journey. The garden's atmosphere, with its scents of flowers and medicinal herbs, brings a moment of peace and reflection. Branwen, the druid, gives Eilil a protective amulet imbued with ancient magic and murmurs words of encouragement. Remember, Eilil, true strength comes from within. Trust yourself and the magic around us. Eldrin, with tears in his eyes, embraces his daughter and reminds her of the importance of her mission, asking her to be careful and brave. You carry our destiny in your hands, my daughter. May the gods protect and guide you. Eilil feels the weight of responsibility, but also the support and love of her father and all of Lyrien. With the first ray of sunlight, Eilil and Morrigan pass through Lyrien's gates and enter the forest of Cerwyn. The journey begins with a sense of excitement and anticipation, but also with slight apprehension about the unknown. The forest, with its towering trees and dancing shadows, is a place of mysteries and secrets. Eilil knows she will face many challenges, but her determination is unwavering. As they walk, Eilil and Morrigan discuss their expectations and fears. Morrigan, with her playful nature, tries to ease the tension by telling funny stories about her past pranks. Remember that time we made the mushrooms sing? The villagers were scared for weeks. Eilil laughs, feeling grateful for her friend's company. As they advance, they notice signs that darkness is already spreading. Withered plants, restless animals, and a strange silence take over the forest. Morrigan, with her keen sense, detects the presence of dark magic. We need to be alert, Eilil. Something sinister is near. Eilil feels a chill, but her heart fills with courage. Early in their journey, Eilil and Morrigan face their first challenges. As they cross the forest of Cerwyn, a place filled with mystical creatures, they encounter a group of goblins trying to stop them from advancing. Known for their cunning and malice, the goblins set an ambush, surrounding the two friends with their rudimentary weapons. Eilil, with her dexterity and skill, fights bravely while Morgan uses her magic to confuse the enemies. The battle is intense, and at a critical moment, Ilonal is captured by one of the goblins. However, with Morgan's help, she manages to free herself, defeating the goblins and moving forward. This first encounter tests their determination and resilience, but also strengthens the bond between the two friends. Ilonal and Morgan continue their journey, but with each step, the challenges become harder. They face treacherous terrain, with dangerous swamps and unexpected storms. In one of the swamps, Ilonal almost loses one of her precious herbs, but is saved by Morgan, who pulls her back to safety. "You need to be more careful, Ilonal. We're in this together." While crossing an ancient stone bridge, thunder rumbles in the sky, heralding a storm. The bridge, worn by time and nature, begins to crumble. Ilonal and Morgan run to cross before the bridge collapses completely. Their hearts pound, but they manage to reach the other side safely. Ilonal thanks the gods for their protection and her friend's bravery. In a clearing, they find an abandoned campsite. There are signs of a struggle, but no trace of the occupants. Morgan uses her magic to investigate and discovers that the occupants were captured by trolls. "We need to help these people, Ilonal. We can't leave them in the trolls' hands." Ilonal agrees, and together, they follow the trolls' tracks. The confrontation with the trolls is fierce. The enormous and brutal creatures are formidable opponents, but Ilonal and Morgan fight with all their strength. Using a combination of combat skills and magic, they defeat the trolls and free the prisoners. The prisoners, grateful, offer their help and valuable information about the source of the evil. As they enter the enchanted Mist Valley, Ilonal and Morgan encounter a mysterious figure. It is Aran, an ancient druid who lives in seclusion, guarding ancient secrets and deep knowledge of Amwyn's magic. Aran, seeing Ilonal's courage and pure heart, decides to help them in their mission. The valley is enveloped in a thick mist that seems to pulse with mystical energy. The trees, tall and majestic, have leaves that glow with a soft, almost ethereal light. The sound of running water from a nearby stream creates a tranquil melody that calms the travelers' hearts. Aran, with his long beard and gray hair, emerges from the trees, his blue eyes shining with wisdom and mystery. "Welcome to the Vale of Mists," says Aran with a voice that resonates like the wind through the leaves. "I have been waiting for you. The fate of Amwyn is at stake, and the key to saving our kingdom is in your hands." Ilonal and Morgan, surprised by the druid's presence, listen attentively to his words, feeling the importance of their mission increase. Aran reveals that the source of the evil is linked to an ancient artifact, the Gem of Danu, which was corrupted by dark forces. The only way to purify the gem and restore balance is to find the 3 crystals of light scattered across Amwyn's magical realms. Each crystal holds a unique power that, when united, can undo the corruption of the Gem of Danu. "The crystals are hidden in places of great power," explains Aran. "The first is in the Brigid Mountains, guarded by the wise dragon Phelan. The second is in the depths of Lake Ain, protected by water spirits. And the third is in Baelor's fortress, the Heart of Darkness." Aran gives Ilonal a protective amulet imbued with ancient magic that will guide and protect them on their journey. "This amulet is a symbol of our hope and strength," he says. "Remember, true magic comes from within. Trust yourselves and each other." With Aran's guidance, Ilonal and Morgan set out to find the crystals. Their first stop is the Brigid Mountains, where they face the challenge of climbing steep cliffs and crossing fragile bridges. The mountains are majestic and imposing, with snow-covered peaks and deep valleys that seem to whisper ancient stories. The climb is exhausting and dangerous, but Ilonal's determination and Morgan's magic propel them forward. At the mountain summit, they find the first crystal, guarded by an ancient and wise dragon named Phelan. The dragon, with scales shining like golden eyes reflecting centuries of wisdom, watches the two with interest. "To obtain the crystal, you must prove your courage," says Phelan. "You must cross the Cave of Illusions and face your greatest fears." Ilonal, her heart pounding, enters the cave, followed by Morgan. Inside, shadows dance on the walls, creating terrifying shapes that seem to come to life. Eilonal sees visions of her worst fears, losing her loved ones, failing her mission, being consumed by darkness. But with determination and courage, she faces the illusions, remembering Iran's words and her father's love. Morgan, using her magic, helps dispel the illusions, creating bright lights that chase away the shadows. Together, they advance, overcoming each obstacle with strength and unity. Finally, they reach the crystal, which shines with a pure and intense light. Upon touching it, Eilonal feels a wave of energy and hope course through her body. The first step of their journey is complete. However, upon leaving the cave, they discover that Phelan has been poisoned by a traitor among the elves. The dragon, weakened, reveals that the poison was the work of Kieran, a renegade elf who serves the dark forces. "You must find Kieran and stop him," says Phelan with a weak voice. "He is the key to the next stage of your journey." With the first crystal in hand and the revelation of Kieran's betrayal, Eilonal and Morgan set out to find the second crystal and save Phelan from the poisoning. Guided by clues left by the dragon, they head to Lake Ain. The path is arduous, crossing dense forests and turbulent rivers. The two friends face natural dangers and magical creatures trying to stop them. During a crossing on an ancient stone bridge, thunder rumbles in the sky, heralding a storm. The bridge, worn by time, begins to crumble. Eilonal and Morgan run to cross before the bridge collapses completely. Their hearts pound, but they manage to reach the other side safely. Eilonal thanks the gods for their protection and her friend's bravery. While camping in a clearing to rest, Eilonal dreams of the Tree of Alba. In her dream, the tree whispers words of encouragement and wisdom, reinforcing her determination. "Light always prevails over darkness," says the tree's voice. "Trust in your courage and pure heart." The next morning, as they follow the forest path, Eilonal and Morgan find Kieran hiding in a dark cave. The elf, with eyes full of despair and regret, reveals that he was manipulated by a dark entity that promised power in exchange for his loyalty. "I didn't want to do this," he says, tears in his eyes. "But now, the darkness has taken over me." Eilonal, seeing the pain and regret in Kieran, decides to give him a chance for redemption. "You can help us save Amwyn," she says. "Join us and fight against the darkness." Kieran, moved by Eilonal's kindness, accepts and promises to use his knowledge to help them. With Kieran's help, they find the second crystal in Lake Ain. The lake, with its crystal clear and deep waters, is a place of beauty and tranquility. However, the waters harbor water spirits who fiercely protect the crystal. Eilonal, Morgan, and Kieran must prove their purity and determination to gain the spirits' trust. They perform an ancient ritual, offering flowers and herbs from Ceridwen's garden, and chant songs of peace and harmony. The spirits, touched by the sincerity of their intentions, allow them to approach the crystal. Upon touching it, Eilonal feels a deep connection with the waters and Amwyn's magic. The second crystal emits a soft and calming light, filling the three's hearts with renewed hope. But the success is short-lived. As soon as they leave the lake, they are attacked by a group of dark beings sent by the entity that corrupted Kieran. The battle is intense, with Eilonal and Morgan using their magical abilities to fight the enemies while Kieran fights with renewed ferocity, determined to redeem himself. During the fight, Kieran is gravely injured but manages to defeat the dark being's leader. Morgan, using her magic, stabilizes Kieran's injuries, but he is weak and needs care. Eilonal, with tears in her eyes, thanks Kieran for his bravery and promises he did not sacrifice in vain. They continue their journey, knowing the final challenge awaits. After obtaining the second crystal, Eilonal, Morgan, and Kieran form an unlikely alliance. United by a common purpose, they decide to face the darkness together. With the first two crystals in hand, they head towards Baelor's fortress, where the third crystal is hidden. The journey to the fortress is fraught with dangers. They cross treacherous swamps, where dark creatures try to divert them from their path. They face magical storms that threaten to separate them, but their unity and determination keep them firm. Their trust in each other grows, and Kieran proves his worth by using his knowledge to overcome many obstacles. Upon reaching Baelor's fortress, they find a place shrouded in darkness and despair. The fortress, with its tall towers and thick walls, exudes an aura of fear. They know the final confrontation is near and that they will need all their strength and courage to face the dark entity residing there. Inside the fortress, the corridors are cold and dark, lit only by torches casting unsettling shadows. The atmosphere is oppressive, and each step seems to echo with an invisible threat. At the fortress's heart, they find the dark entity, a figure shrouded in shadows and power. The final battle begins. The dark entity, known as Baelor, is a terrifying presence with eyes that emanate overwhelming darkness. His voice resonates like distant thunder, and his aura of power threatens to crush the hero's hopes. "You dare challenge me?" Baelor roars. "Darkness will consume everything, and Anwin will be mine." Eilonal, with the 2 crystals in hand, faces Baelor with determination. "We fight for the light, for the hope and love of our kingdom. You will not prevail." She raises the crystals, which shine intensely, and casts a powerful spell, creating a light barrier around them. Morrigan, with her shimmering wings, uses her mischievous magic to disorient Baelor, creating illusions and distractions. Kieran, despite his injuries, fights bravely, attacking the dark entity's weak points. The battle is fierce, and each strike seems to resonate with the force of 1,000 thunders. Baelor, enraged, launches a devastating attack, breaking Eilonal's light barrier. The young elf is thrown against a wall but stands up, determined not to give up. "We cannot fail," she thinks, remembering Aran's words and her father's love. At this critical moment, Phelan, the wise dragon, appears in the sky, his eyes shining with intense light. "You are not alone," he says, landing beside Eilonal. With his help, the 3 heroes renew their efforts, uniting their strengths for a final attack. The battle against Baelor reaches its climax. Eilonal, Morrigan, Kieran, and Phelan unite their skills in a coordinated effort to defeat the dark entity. Eilonal, using the 2 crystals, creates a beam of pure light, wounding Baelor, making him retreat. Morrigan, with her mischievous magic, creates illusions that confuse and disorient the enemy. Kieran, with renewed courage, attacks Baelor directly, using the darkness within him to fight against the dark entity. "You will not control me anymore," he shouts, channeling his anger and pain into each strike. Phelan, with his powerful wings, creates strong winds, weakening Baelor, limiting his movements. The fight is exhausting, but the heroes do not give up. Eilonal, with tears in her eyes, remembers her mother's words, "True strength comes from within." She channels all her magic, her love for Anwin, and her determination into one final attack. The crystals shine with blinding intensity, and a beam of pure light strikes Baelor in the heart. Baelor roars in pain and despair, his dark form beginning to unravel. "No, this cannot be happening," he murmurs as the darkness surrounding him dissipates. With a final scream, the dark entity disappears, leaving only a shadow of what he was. The heroes, exhausted but victorious, gather. Eilonal holds the crystals with gratitude, feeling peace return to Anwin. "We did it," she says, with a tired smile. Morrigan and Kieran, equally exhausted, nod, knowing their sacrifice was not in vain. With Baelor defeated, the fortress begins to crumble. Phelan, using his magic, creates a safe passage for everyone to escape. They run through the collapsing corridors, feeling the fortress disintegrate around them. Finally, they reach the exit and fly to safety, watching the fortress fall into ruins. With the mission accomplished and peace restored, Eilonal and her allies return to Anwin as heroes. The Great Council gathers again under the Tree of Alba, celebrating Eilonal's victory and courage. She reflects on her journey, realizing that true strength lies in unity and love for her people and land. Eilonal is welcomed with joy and gratitude by her father and village. She continues to live in Lyrien, now with a new understanding of Anwin's magic and balance. Her journey transformed her, and she becomes a respected and wise leader, ensuring Amlin's legacy of harmony and peace endures for generations. Morrigan, always by Eilonal's side, continues to bring joy and mischief to the village. Kieran, now redeemed, uses his knowledge to protect Amlin and teach young elves about the dangers of darkness and the importance of light. Phelan, the wise dragon, returns to the mountains but remains in contact with the heroes, always ready to help in times of need. Days pass, and Amlin flourishes with new vitality. The forests are greener, the rivers clearer, and the sky brighter. Eilonal, Morrigan, and Kieran's stories of courage and friendship are told around campfires, inspiring new generations to value and protect their magical kingdom. Eilonal, now stronger and wiser, feels a deep peace in her heart. She knows that no matter what challenges may arise, Amlin will always be a place of magic, love, and unity. And so, under the soft moonlight and twinkling stars, she sleeps, dreaming of a bright future for her people and land. Over the years, the legend of Eilonal and her friends becomes an integral part of Amlin's history. Their brave actions and indomitable spirit are remembered as a beacon of hope and inspiration. Eilonal continues to live her life with the same determination and compassion that guided her journey, always ready to defend her kingdom and people. And so, peace and harmony reign in Amlin, where elves and magical creatures live together in an eternal dance of light and shadow, united by the love and magic that define their world. Good night and enchanted dreams.